but you say I'm just a friend.
Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
Good, everybody.
We're back to talk The Bachelor. This is season 29, episode 2. Brian, this episode was a little bit of a Bachelor's greatest hits, kind of the good and the bad. We had pretty generic sports related dates. We had a talent related date. We did have a surprisingly good cameo appearance from a former artist. Uh, Also, then, frankly, we finally got some arguments. We have I guess, our villain of the season, or at least our villain to start the season. So, some good, some bad, but overall, Brian, what were your thoughts on week 2?
The former artist you're referring to is Mario.
Some of that, like I just saw like a little flashback,
He
little,
still makes he still makes music.
you know what I mean, though.
I really like Mario, so
I do too. I thought it was good, a
very good.
surprisingly good one.
Um, yeah, so that made me excited. But yeah, like you're right. This kind of I was on a high last week. Like I enjoyed it, but I mean, I've kind of a little bit back down to earth here, where we're fighting about the same stuff, and it's just like you just change the faces, change if it's a guy or girls season, guy season. It's just we got a villain, so I mean, it's good to know. But I mean, we know recently that's not going to be long lived, unfortunately.
Yeah. Shout out Zoe. I mean, look, that people are want to complain about the trope of stealing time and going in there and stealing the guy. And we've talked about it for dozens of seasons now.
Right.
But this was a good one, man. A habitual line stepper is what I'd
Right.
like to call her. She did not give an F. Oh, you want to
Mhm.
tell me not to go and steal thing? How about if I steal it 5 seconds after you tell me not to, Allie Joe?
Right.
Bang in your face. And I liked Allie Joe in this episode too, getting physical in the games. She
Mhm.
speaking her mind. Um, she kind of had to go back on her word though. She said the fists would have been out if she had time stolen from her. She had time stolen from her, and there were no fists.
I feel like, yeah, we don't want the fist to come out because then you got to go home. But I appreciate the threat.
The sentiment.
Yeah. But I agree with you, man. I actually like a lot of the girls. Like I think that there are
Yeah.
a lot of different personalities and like you said, Zoe, and I always think like almost another villain, not a villain, but like could be like an anti-hero type of thing is Carolina.
I like Carolina.
Yeah. I mean, what she did was worse. I mean, she straddled him and made out with him in front of a bunch of people. So I don't think it's worse. And I think that she said it best. I think, like, look, we all signed up for the show. We know how the show goes. This is season 29 plus whatever they do on The Bachelorette. I mean, you know what happens on the show. Like, just because you kiss somebody doesn't mean that.
What did you think
I
of
don't
the
know.
one-on-one date in the mall with Alex or Alexi?
Dude, I don't care about the one-on-one dates. Like, we're gonna see them do something corny, which they did, and they're gonna talk about how I'm sad or something happened in my life. So I kind of check out on those. I just see like, did she get the rose or not?
I like that The Bachelor. I thought that you needed to actually do it after hours to go to an empty mall. You could go to most malls now and just
Right.
do that
Yeah.
during the day. You would have had
Yes.
no issue.
Yeah.
The basketball game we talked about is what it is. Mario, shout out Mario.
Hmm.
Uh, like I said, Zoe, we appreciate. We did have some roses go out during the like I said, during the dates, right? So obviously, one-on-one date that led to a rose. Chloe, did Chloe get a rose for the MVP or no?
I looked on like a preview of like an article. I didn't see a rose given out for the basketball, and I thought I missed it.
Oh
And
no,
then I
she
read
didn't
the
because she got a
article.
rose at the end.
You got a rose at the end, yeah. So there was only the second group date and Alex getting the rose.
That was weird, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was strange. I thought I missed it, and I was like, oh, maybe Bill got it. And then when I read the
But
article, I was like, I really didn't miss it
but then
because
there
it
was a
didn't happen.
cocktail date rose, I guess. Then or was the second date rose just what's her name?
Yeah, just Lydia got the second date rose.
Okay. Yeah, so that was interesting. It threw me off a little bit
Mhm.
too, Brian.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I had this little one with me, and he was making it hard too. But like, I thought I'm like, did I miss something here? And so
Well,
that's
yeah,
interesting. I don't know how often
yeah.
they do that.
I just wish that like they would just say in the beginning today in this date you're just gonna get an MVP date. That's what the I guess Chloe won, but it doesn't mean that you need the rose. You need safety. You need a shield.
Needs shield. We need the shield. Traders heavy. If you're a Traders fan, check out our playlist for that. We do US and UK. So you should go check it out. We're really enjoying the season. Reviews up Thursday, Friday nights. All right, Brian, obviously it's an episode of The Bachelor. And so that means that it has to have a rose ceremony. Like we mentioned, some women are already safe, but the following women received roses and will continue on to week 3. We have Juliana, Beverly, Serafina. We have Carolina, Zoe, Dina, Rose, Bailey, Parisa, Allie Joe, and Chloe. That means that we had eliminated Ella, Alicia, Rebecca, and what was the last one?
Vicky,
Vicky. That's what I thought. Uh, Getting us down to what we said we had 2 prior to that. So
13,
15 women. That's not bad.
13.
13?
Yeah, 13. I have 13. That's what my numbers say.
Yeah, 1,
I
2, 3,
numbered. I
4,
started
5,
numbering stuff on the
6,
rows
7,
now. Like,
11, 12,
pretty
13.
sure it's 13.
13 women. Here we go. Uh, Anything about next week?
I mean, just the short dress. We saw a preview for that in the beginning, but I just want to talk about so we started with 25 people. Now we're down to 13. I just wish that the speed,
Crazy.
it stinks. Like,
There's no reason to burn that many. If you think that 25 women, and then it leads to the question, are they really casting 25 women they think are good for a season, which I think you should be. But if you're willing to burn half of them in the first 2 weeks, there's probably like a decent amount of good women that would have been good on certain seasons. Because I'm not going to say we've had all-star casts the last 4 to 5
no.
seasons. So like if you're burning some of these good guys and girls, something we've never really thought about until recently, but it's like, come on now, again, let them have a few weeks. Tonight should be like the episode should end with being like, next week I have to send 8 of
Yeah.
you home or something like that, and like get it down to a decent number. Then the next week you could do a big, but like get to know the people a little more.
Yeah. I think 4 isn't terrible. I just think week 1 should also be 4 or 3. Like, there's
Week one's
9.
a purge.
Yeah, we don't need that. I think you could just still do the 3 because eventually we're going to get down to like 2 eliminated. But it's like we could add an extra person for a couple weeks and we can even that out and people get more screen time and maybe something's there.
I agree. Uh, cool. I think overall, not a horrible though, but a little bit like back to reality, a normal Bachelor
Yeah.
week. Check out our playlist. We got a ton of different stuff going on this week. Check out our social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all the reality guys. You won't miss any of our reviews. Hit the notification bell for us here on YouTube, and please subscribe too. Comment. We're growing slowly but surely, and we really appreciate everyone in the comments, whether you agree with us or not. We have a good time. But for myself, Brian, and Baby, thank you so much for watching. Peace.